Starved for attention.
The read! Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to The Boys. We are now on to the season finale of season 3. Can't believe we're here already, but I also feel like, as I've always said with this show, it's like too much yet just enough. We're here, and this episode is called The Instant White Hot Wild. So, very nebulous title, and honestly with this show you just never know what things are going to mean. So the last episode, I think the biggest bombshell that we got was that the confirmation is that Soulja Boy is, well, I shouldn't say confirmation, but it seems very highly likely that Soulja Boy is actually the father of Homelander. And that explains a lot in many, many ways. But it makes sense. You know, if Vought created someone like Soulja Boy and he was ticking a lot of boxes, you would go from your blueprint to keep building, correct? So it makes a lot of sense. The timing seems to work out. Again, like I said, we've never heard the year, I think, that Homelander was born, but it makes sense because I think that Soulja Boy is like 80 or 90 years old, or supposed to be. So anyway, this information changes a lot of things, particularly for Billy's plan. Remember, Billy's big plan was that he was going to use Soulja Boy to take out Homelander because he has this new crazy B or V burning ability inside of him. But now that Soulja Boy has this information, clearly this changes the game. He's not going to want to necessarily kill Homelander. We heard him last episode or the episode before saying that he would have wanted to, build a family and have kids before everything went south in Russia. So I think he's feeling a little nostalgic, and I don't see him wanting to go after Homelander, especially since he doesn't even know him. And sadly, him and Homelander are very similar. They share similar traumatic pasts, they in the sense of being raised by Vought, and they also share a lot of the same closed-minded narcissistic belief systems. So chances are they're actually going to get along first. But as I said in the last episode, I don't think it's going to be long-lasting because two narcissists cannot exist in the same space. So we'll have to see where that brings us in this episode. We also see that Kumiko took the V again. She is choosing to take her powers back if she gets them. We'll have to see if the powers are exactly the same as what she used to have or if she's got some kind of change. We also had Annie figuring out that the V-24 is actually killing Huey and Butcher. She told Butcher this information, and Butcher lied about the amount of doses he's been taking. And he also lied about telling Huey what the effects were. He wants to complete this mission that he started out on. And unfortunately, it's unsurprising from him, but disappointing. And I think that's pretty much it as far as our big overarching storylines. So I'm ready to jump into this finale. Before I do though, however, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I do reactions around here if you haven't been able to tell. And if you like shows like this, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, join the fam. We're on a march to 10K. We'd love to have you there. And also hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I do more uploads. Obviously, this show's coming to its conclusion, but I will be doing future seasons. And as I said, there's a lot of other shows in this vein that I react to. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. And if you haven't joined the fam already, please do so today because we'd love to have you. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into the episode right about now. Ryan? Yeah, it's been a minute. I had a feeling we were going to come back to him.
Your mom? She wanted what's best for you. And so do I.
Ugh.
You have a real family.
So predatory.
But aren't you mad at me for what I did?
You know it wasn't your fault, right?
That's the one thing Butcher never said to him. God, this is frustrating. I knew this was going to happen, though. As soon as Billy did that, he created this opening. But also, there's nothing wrong with Ryan wanting to know his father.
That's why I'm always going to love you.
He's being truthful.
No matter what happens, no matter what you do.
That part's not true.
Always be here.
Oh, that's what he needs to hear right now. It's hard. It's hard because, he really does need someone, right? He's lost everything. And that is his bio dad. And unfortunately, the reality is that he needs someone who understands him on a different level that Billy hasn't even tried to. And I do, there's a small part of him that resents that kid for killing. Good. Good. Oh, thank God his foot landed on the brake.
You put the world's deadliest nerve agent
In a
in a
coma.
$10 bottle of Starlight's whiskey.
Yes!
I must say the smell has improved.
Yes. That's smart. No one's going to think it's there. You put it in something that looks very highly dangerous, someone's going to want to touch it.
screening of 27 dresses.
Frenchie, my whole point has always been to keep my fucked up shit away from Janine.
Honey, you're her dad. That's impossible.
She's gonna have an image of her daddy beating up her stepfather.
You hit him once.
You cannot keep the truth from
Rude.
your daughter. That
Thank you.
you are a deeply broken and fucked up man.
Period. And that's okay. You empower her by telling her that.
But you are also perhaps the best man I ever known.
Exactly.
That
Those
Janine
things are
said-
not mutually exclusive.
Led to the largest single-day drop in the history of VOD international
Hey,
stock.
there you are.
Look at them coming in like it's a minefield. Oh. Love you, Noir. Do what you have to do, baby. I think he's just tired and he deserves a break, however it comes.
I need to come back.
I don't trust this. I don't trust it at all. Oh, God. I don't know. I mean, it's his best chance at surviving. I'm glad that Noir is not necessarily lying down because he definitely deserved what he did to Soulja Boy, but it's not a good hope to place in.
You really are a spitting image of my little brother.
Okay. Does that lock from the inside? Or the outside, I mean? See, why would you do that and not just tell him that the V-24 is killing him?
Wake me when we get to New York.
Interesting. You know, Soulja Boy's a very interesting character because even though he's, for the most part, a terrible person, he also is very, very, very much dealing with PTSD, which is empathetic.
What happened to you? You'll never believe it. But they gave me a new ticker. I'm gonna be able to run again.
Should he care?
Come coach me. You can still work with the kids at the broke-ass school. Hell, you make enough to fix the damn place up.
I don't think you're understanding what's happening right now.
I'll spend the rest of my life making it up to you.
Tell him you dragged that man to death.
Did you kill Blue Hawk?
I did. I did do that. By accident.
No, that was...
Tell the truth.
I didn't want that. I wanted my kids to see his mugshot on the TV. And now he's... Fuck!
I stopped him.
You've only ever been about yourself.
Period.
I'm sorry. I'll make it right.
How? Every time you try, you make it worse.
Maybe that wasn't the right thing to say.
But just stay out of my life.
Hey, come on, man.
I said, get the fuck out of my house.
Leave
I
him
don't want a
alone.
murderer in the same house with my kid.
This is so... You need to give him time. That wasn't even about you. I mean, some of it was, but you gotta realize your brother's gonna need some time. Like, having something that severe happen to you is going to take a long time to recover from. I would have left his ass there, Annie. You too damn nice. He should have had to walk his speedy, hippity-hoppity ass home. Learn something on the way.
After Mom left, every night we'd have pizza rolls, watch Remington Steele.
Oh my God, I forgot about Remington Steele. That's a throwback.
Annie, I'm so sorry.
It's about time you understood that strength is not just being able to have superpowers. I thought that man was just freaking out with his OCD. I'm dying. That was hilarious. Leave her alone. She's had a rough week. Frenchie. Thank you.
Now? That hurt?
Good. Like, why are you trying to kill yourself right now?
My papa, he put a chain around my neck and all that fucking changes is who holds the other end.
Damn. Damn, that was deep. He does have a lot to work through.
What do you see?
That is absolutely the problem with Frenchie. You got to see your own worth, babe. Doesn't matter who's with you. You need to be the one.
We take down Soulja Boy before he gets to Homelander.
And save Butcher.
They're like,
Some people are just past saving.
He don't want to be saved.
He could have dragged...
don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
We save everyone. Even if they don't deserve it.
I'm just saying we don't have to make it a priority.
Discovers he's got incredible powers to match his heart of gold.
All bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah, we know.
I went to boarding school. Got kicked out of boarding school
Shock.
because I was a fuck up.
Shock.
He said I was a disappointment.
Oof.
Not good enough to carry his name.
Oof. Yeah, I gotta say, the disappointment hurts a lot more than the physical, in my opinion. But it's interesting. It's worse, you know, abuse or indifference.
Strongest man alive. Fucking ticker tape parades when I came home.
And what did the old man say then?
He said I took a shortcut.
You did. I mean, none of it was real. So you were never gonna be good enough. Ooh, Jensen Ackles, you're acting it out of this.
Because I thought I could do it better than my father did.
No, you couldn't. You've proven.
Vought grew him in a fucking test tube to take your place. He's the fucking reason they left you to rot with the Ivans.
This is hard because, see, Billy doesn't know how to deal with emotions. And Soldier Boy's going through them right now. Valid ones.
You were in his team. You knew him. What was he like?
He was an abusive jerk like you.
Nobody's all bad.
He's all bad. Double emphasis. Show him your face, Noir. Show him what he did to you.
He lied to me my whole life.
It's true.
Surprised.
Noir's like, I don't care. He's like, he's a jerk. He literally took half my brain. Yes, back to the point. The way that Noir and Billy are actually on the same page right now.
Did you know that I had a father out there?
Would he have known?
Alive this whole time?
I don't know if Noir would have known. Oh, okay.
Fuck.
I'm scared. I feel like he's gonna kill him. I told you that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. At least you're free now, Noir. I know, bro. I'm sorry, but this is probably for the best. No, not them being sad. Peace. It's peace, my friend. Not the thing stepping away. Oh, that's actually kind of sad. I mean, I feel like we didn't really have anywhere to go with his arc, unfortunately. So, R.I.P.
Again, I am done with your cruelty.
Okay, Frenchie,
I
focus.
deserve respect, and we all deserve paid vacation days and a dental plan.
He's going off the rails. Let him go. He's had a rough week.
I really thought that deep down you were a hero. Well, you were wrong.
This is always your problem, Annie.
Hey, not now.
There's
Not
nothing you
like
can do. There's literally nothing you can do. I get it, but dude.
Because Soldier Boy is alive and
We ran it through the voice thingamabob. It's really her, so.
Voice thingamabob. Oh my god, I cannot believe he's ahead of this department.
No, that's smart. Strength.
Strength?
So my angelfish, or that's what I call him.
Dude, this guy is literally recovering from heart transplant.
Hey, is everything okay with Noir?
He was keeping secrets from me. And then I got you.
That's what y'all get for rolling with the psycho.
When you ran away from Herogasm? Or maybe when you fucked an octopus?
Ew. His face! I judge him too.
Ashley, take off that wig.
What wig?
He can see. He has x-ray vision. Please stop. I'm sorry. I am him. He's like, I'm horrified. What is going on right now?
I don't need any of you. Remember that.
I mean, I don't think that any of them are feeling that familial towards you. Oh, okay. So Noir has to kill. Is this the president? I'm assuming. Or was that the councilman he was speaking for?
No plan and no knockout gas.
Where do we get some more?
We don't. That was the only one.
Doesn't Frenchie a chemist?
And you're gonna cook up the world's most dangerous neurotoxin with what? Little Moxie and a little
Yes.
Mr. Wizard know-how? While we hold off Homelander and Soldier Boy.
Right?
We?
He's like, that's the best we got. We're all gonna die.
And I'm counting on coked out Euro trash.
That's so brutally honest. Huey, no. Actually, whatever. Do whatever. I don't care anymore, honestly.
These boys here, they're the real heroes. What the Jerry's did here is unforgivable, but I promise you.
Just want to talk.
Oh, God. Do we have time for this therapy session? And now he's going to use Ryan as leverage. See what you did, Billy?
Your grandson.
Here we go.
Hi, Grandpa.
Oh, God. I can't even blame Soldier Boy now. I can't. Ryan's just such a sweetie. I can't.
We're not alone anymore. We have each other.
I'm not sure what's going on with Soldier Boy's face.
I could have made you better.
Childhood trauma.
Sniveling
pussy. Starved for attention.
The read! The read!
Fucking disappointment.
Oh! This is what happens. Ryan's about to go nuclear and I'm scared.
Ryan!
Oh my god. This is how things go sideways. Oh shit, he got hurt. Oh god. You know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do, Billy. Ryan doesn't deserve any of this. This is your fault. And Homelander really does love him and his twisted... Wow. You gotta work with the man you hate. This is so twisted. But they are the same person, honestly.
Oh, I thought you said blood didn't matter. I thought that was the whole fucking point.
Yeah, see...
Wait, Homelander fucked your wife?
Oh, God.
I made a promise.
So this is it?
I mean, you're being a giant hypocrite right now. You realize that, right, Billy?
Fuck you!
Yeah. Frankly, Soulja Boy's right. That's your fault, though. You should never have brought him there. Babe, I don't think you can beat him. But you do deserve this ass kicking. It's not really an ass kicking, though, because, you know, he doesn't get hurt. This is so messy. But hey, this is exactly what the team needs to buy time. These hijinks. Woo! Billy! That's hot. Seeing him fight. We actually don't see Billy fight much. I'm not mad, though. Billy deserves an ass kicking. Oh, here goes your head. Okay, Starlight, you better show him what you got. Can you blind him, even temporarily?
C'est la paradis.
Of course, the chemistry nerd's like, yee! Hurry up, Frenchie, Jesus. How long do you think super fights are gonna last? Yes! She has to start dancing. Yes! Right, the throwback. Damn, that neck roll. Maniac on the floor. Get him! Get him, Kumiko. Oh, oh, oh! Yes, babe! Yes! She deserves to do that to you. Oh, jeez. Finally, no more kids for you. Sorry about your eye, though. Yikes. Out of the fight so quick. Thanks for your contributions, though, I guess. Whoa, my God. Okay, Wolverine. Damn. Okay, he's dead. Yeah, maybe if you'd spent less time beating that man to death and just being quick about it. Yeah, time's of the essence. It's a lower body bleed. He'll probably be okay. He might lose the foot.
Fuck your shield, bitch.
But run, MM. He will go for you. Not fast enough. Starlight, you want to tap in?
No.
Put something on the screen. Get him distracted. Don't do it, Huey. No. Think. Think. Come on, Huey. Think. Broadcast it. Be smarter. Oh, I forgot she powers up with light. Woo! And he's like, yes, juice me up, bitch. Juice me up. Can you fly? Because I can. Yes, I can. Let him know, Annie. Good for you, Huey. That's right. It's okay if she's the hero. It's okay. Please hope it's enough. I had a feeling that might happen. I don't think she's ever juiced up that hard. Someone move. Anyone? Now!
You ain't no hero. You just another racist piece of shit we can't seem to get rid of.
Woo! Damn, MM. Oh, babe. I don't think she's making it out of this one, but get it out of your system, sweetheart.
I'm not going back in that fucking box.
He'll kill everyone.
He will kill everyone. Get Ryan out of there. Get Ryan out of there. Oh my God! Maeve's going down. It's not going to be Homelander. I already know this. Turn him over. She's going to knock him out. Oh, Maeve. You are a queen, sis. You're a queen. And And that bastard didn't deserve it. She went out like a true hero. Yeah, he's still mad at you. And he should be. Can we dead this, please?
Let's leave. Please.
Choose peace.
I want to leave.
Good boy.
Ryan,
No, shush. It's too soon.
please.
No, too late. You had a chance. And you burnt that bridge. You're gonna have to let Ryan come back to you if that time ever comes. Considering how the finale went in the last season, having this happen, I see what they did there. The parallel of this time Homelander walking out with Ryan. Saved your life, though. He cares about you because he could have just sat back and let his dad do what he was going to do. I mean, you're kind of dying anyway.
Drain the fluid, but, Mr. Butcher?
You don't care.
No smoking.
I mean, at this point...
Go.
Months. 12.
Fair enough.
You can kindly fuck off then.
At least he said kindly, I guess. Well, Billy, you've been self-destructing for a long time, so...
I didn't want to bring you into this.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad he's being front with her. Oh, I'm so glad he's being upfront with her.
Your granddaddy? No, he was a real hero.
That's all you need to do, man,
You're
from
my
the get-go.
hero, Daddy.
You see, now she can understand why you're doing what you're doing. Kids are not stupid.
Oh, God. Well, you,
Is she human? I'm glad we didn't lose her.
pirate patch or the Sammy Davis glass eye? Oh, the pirate patch, no question.
Patch, yeah. Glass eyes are weird. Shouldn't say that, that's rude.
You're like a walking Hallmark card enough.
Stop trying to be hard, Maeve. You soft down inside. If you wasn't soft, you wouldn't have jumped out that tower. No one could have killed you. Good for you. I'm glad she didn't die, though. That would have sucked. She deserves to have a fresh start without all of that toxicity. And if everyone thinks she's dead, all the better. I'm glad she got to kick Homelander's ass a little bit before she did. Don't be an ass, Ashley. Don't be an ass. She saved your life. Delete it. Thank you. You're not a complete trash bin. Although I don't know about the other Ashley. She had a weird look on her face. God, why? 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 You know what? Wait, let me stop. Depending on what she's planning on doing with him. I'll talk about it after. She's always working. Go get your squid.
And you wouldn't like him if you did.
Truth. Oh no, not him stress eating. Oh, this is so deeply messed up, you guys, on so many levels. And he still has that damn picture in his room. Someone's gonna totally steal that and sell it on eBay.
Butcher can suck my shit. From now on, this is a democracy, huh?
Okay, I kind of like Frenchie with a little sass. Looming like a little stalker. You know he's not going to apologize, right?
As the next vice president, I will work hard to provide a safe and secure future for all citizens.
You forgot about her, huh? With all the effery going on. She was trained by the best. They're like, damn it, no rest for the wicked.
That bitch is definitely gonna go.
Yep. Where does she?
You are America. True patriots.
This is so triggering.
All right, come on down here, buddy.
Oh, while he's teaching Ryan, I guess that's good.
He's my son, Ryan.
There was so much hope for Ryan. Now he's gonna go down. Wow. Wow. What in God's name would have possessed you? Why don't you cheer? Cheer, come on. That's what you're into, isn't it? Yeah, see? I knew you were getting off. That's exactly the type of demographic that goes down for this ish, so I'm not surprised. Well, it was nice knowing you, Ryan. If he smiles, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. All right, well, it was nice knowing you, Ryan. I know. I'm sorry I'm being dramatic. He's only a kid. There's plenty of time to recover, but I don't know what it's going to take. I mean, his mom had him for a good 13 years trying to do the best to instill what was right, but it's sadly much easier to tear things down than it is to build things up. But his foundations are good, and I do think he has a good heart. And like I said, he did save Butcher in the end. He could have let his dad finish what he started, but he chose to take him away. And I don't think Butcher looked at that as more of a like, you know, he was doing it to hurt him, but really he saved his life in that moment. Woo! So much to unpack with this episode, you guys. I'm trying to not make this a forever review, but highlights, I think. Soldier Boy, I just wanted to kind of wrap up what I'm thinking about his character. I think this episode did such a good job of showing how the trauma has affected so many people in this show and how it's even affected the supers. Because, you know, The Boys is really kind of about Butcher and his crew and their issues with supers, but we have to remember that these supers are still humans, even though they think they're not. They are still humans. They still have human emotions, and how they process that and their trauma is very human. And we have to remember, like, Soldier Boys, we finally got a little insight into more of who he was in this episode, and it was very quick. And again, I think the fact that they didn't kill him in the end means we might see more of him in future seasons. But hearing that he was, unlike Homelander, he actually did have a life. He did have a parents. I wasn't sure if he was lab grown, but I guess he wasn't. He was someone who took the V later on as a choice and became Soldier Boy by choice, which is much different than what we've seen of the Vought babies now. But digressing, hearing that he grew up with the father who was indifferent. And you know, in the episode I said, is it worse to have an abusive parent or an indifferent parent? They're both equally traumatizing in my opinion. Both are terrible, but you almost wonder, like, is there one that would be preferable over the other? Billy, Homelander, Soldier Boy, they all have their different, forms of trauma that they're dealing with, and how they see the world and how messed up they're doing things is all kind of tracing back to those initial traumas they had as children. And hearing that Soldier Boy had the indifferent father who was never going to see him as anything that was good enough, and how that fueled him to always try to be this thing he's not, like, that it explains the bravado, the ego, the fronting. And, you know, back when we first saw Soldier Boy in that flashback, and he was saying, you know, when I can't remember the FBI lady's name, when she was saying to him, like, I see right through you, like, girls don't like you, what you're doing isn't working. And he was like, you could see him visibly getting hurt. And now we know why. It's because he's always struggled with feeling like he's not good enough, like people genuinely don't like him because of what his father put him through. And so it's fueled all of this narcissistic, hateful behavior. And of course, with Vought behind him telling him he can do whatever he wants and fluffing him up with these fake ass stories, it kind of empowered him to just delve into the darkest and most twisted parts of himself. And that's what happens to anyone if they're already insecure and hurt and broken, and someone's feeding them a lot of just lies about who they can be and what they can do, and basically telling him that he's a god and he can do whatever he wants. And so it's a toxic combination. It ended in him being the person that he is. But when it all strips away, like you hear him say, all I wanted was to have a family. I wanted to have kids. I wanted to have the American dream of the white picket fence and all that. I just wanted a dad that loved me. I wanted a sense of belonging. And like I said in the episode, all anyone wants is to be loved, seen, and heard. Like, that's it. That's all anyone ever wants, in connection. And Soldier Boy wanted that too, never could find it in the way that he thought he needed it. And then he threw himself into the superhero business. And the fact that he did all that and his dad was still like, yeah, you didn't earn it, right? Like, it's just, you felt the empathy, right? And Jensen Ackles absolutely killed it, by the way, in the way that he acted it out. But he's so right in that, it hurts. And you empathize with him in that moment. You're like, wow, that would hurt. And you see why he's this broken man with all this power, but still just a broken boy when it all comes down to it. And that's really what we have with him and Homelander and Billy. They're just big broken boys with way too much power in their hands. And they're just so destructive because they don't know how to deal with their emotions, which is all they need to really do. So it was interesting seeing him struggle the whole episode with doing what he needed to do, because part of him did not want to do it because he was thinking, I always wanted to have a father-son connection and break this cycle. And it's something that even Billy, I think, probably felt to some degree. But then as soon as he saw Homelander and talked to him, all of that trauma came up. And that drinking and everything we saw him go through beforehand, it seemed at first like it was over the turmoil of having to take out Homelander, but it was really around the trauma that was resurfacing around his own father and his own issues with his father. And it just erupted as soon as he saw Homelander, and basically is like the exact same words that destroyed him as a child, he said to Homelander. Like, you know what I mean? right? And this is what happens, right? That cycle, it's just like Billy, right? Billy hated his father for what he did to him and his brother, yet he repeats the same cycle with the people around him, and he even did it to Ryan, right? So it's just that lack of self-awareness and understanding of what that trauma does, that generational trauma. It's a hell of a thing. And I like that this show does a great job of showcasing that and humanizing these heroes so we understand a little bit more behind these behaviors, because it's like I've said many times in different shows that I've watched, villains who are just like flat, one-dimensional mustache twirlers are boring and it's not realistic. Everyone out there has sides to them. Even the worst person can do good things and really good people can do bad things. We're multifaceted, and so are villains. And in this case, we see where Soulja Boy was coming from with this situation. And obviously it was a little too, much as far as wanting to hurt Ryan as well. Because I mean, he doesn't even know Ryan's situation, but he was willing to just wipe him out. So that's how you kind of knew that he was tipped over. But even with that, I have like the teeniest bit of empathy for Soulja Boy because, he went through years of torture, like 30 years of torture. So there's a lot going on with that man. He's very broken as well. I'm not saying he's a good guy. He has a lot of faults, but there is understanding of why he's not okay and probably never will be. Very scared that the government has them in their hands again, but we'll have to see what happens. I feel like they might try to reprogram him, but I think he's kind of beyond that. Noir, not much to say there. As I said in the episode, I had a feeling he was going to end it one way or another. That man has really been, in my opinion, kind of gone since that day way back when Soulja Boy was taken. At least now he's at peace and he doesn't have to suffer anymore physically or live in fear anymore. I knew it was going to happen. I saw the fact that he got all that screen time told me that he was coming to a culmination point. But I feel like his, because of the character that he was, there wasn't a lot more we could do with it. So I feel like it culminated in the way it should. It's sad, but it is what it is. A-Train, sad what happened to him with him and his brother, but he has to understand, like, he is someone who is very narcissistic and very self-centered. It wasn't all just going to go away now because he's got his heart back. I know he didn't mean it the way that it came across to his brother, like, oh, like, look at me, everything's great again. I think he just doesn't know how else to communicate because he's been self-centered for so long. And this epiphany around where his narcissism has gotten him has just really only happened in the last little while. So it's going to take time for him to get to a place where he has to make that real decision about what he wants to do with his life going forward. And it was way too soon to do that. And his brother, of course, is still dealing with a freshly new situation, which is very traumatic and hard. I know what his brother said was really coming more from a place of his own hurt and frustration, but we do that. We hurt the people that we love the most. And it was sad to see because both of them kind of said things that came out wrong and that they didn't fully mean, but hopefully they'll find their way back to each other. But A-Train does have to make some hard decisions going forward. Like now that this situation has occurred, I think he needs to figure out, much like Maeve, I mean, Maeve didn't really plan on it, but a way to get her out of there, get away from Homelander, get away from Vought, because all the things that he worked for as far as being A-Train, like they're all tainted because of Homelander. And Homelander showed his whole ass this episode to them and let them know, I mean, I think they already knew it, but unequivocally that he does not care about them at all or value them. So if A-Train's smart, he'll start working on an exit strategy, but it was really sad to see, that thing with him and his brother, but I do think they can mend it if A-Train really does continue to have some, self-reflection and figure out that he has some growing to do and what he needs to do to really, truly reach his brother again and do what means something to him for once. I'm not going to say anything about the Deep. The Deep, I mean, him at the end, stress eating because he feels terrible. We already saw a lot of him back in season 2 and what's going on with him. It's just a rinse repeat. Not much we can say there until, again, same thing. He has to realize that he's got to figure out what's good for him and stop pretending, or he's going to keep being in this cycle of self-loathing, abuse, and sadness, quite frankly. Butcher, the fact that he realized at the end that his actions led to the point that we were at, Ryan being open to Homelander for the first time, was really triggered by a lot of what Billy did. I think that, between what happened in the last episode of him being trapped in that mindscape and now this, he's really starting to understand how damaging his trauma has made him to other people, but it's a little too late in that situation, and he clearly still cares for Ryan, and I think it's more, of course, than him being Becca's son, but, it's going to take some time because he really did hurt Ryan deeply with what he did, and Ryan's going to need to work through that along with all the grief he's still dealing with over his mom. But that ending part there, it was really hurtful seeing with Ryan. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Let's finish with Billy, but I'm glad that at least he now knows that if he ever interacts with Ryan again, that he's going to have to really come correct with that apology and come with realness. I do think that Ryan still has love for Butcher, but he's hurt and he's angry and he's entitled to that. And as I said in the episode, Ryan has a right to be curious and want to know Homelander because that is still his father. And we all know, like, all of us have dads. And even if we don't have our dads in our lives, I feel like there's still a part of us that will always be curious and just have a natural inclination to want to get to know them. And so I understand where Ryan's coming from. He's feeling very lost right now. He lost his mother. Billy basically broke his heart. So now this is kind of like a new avenue for him to channel all that negative emotion. And yeah, seeing his dad do what he was doing, I don't think that smile was fully because he enjoyed seeing his dad do something wrong, but I just think he feels like he just wants someone to stand up for him for once. And he liked the cheering too, right? It just makes him feel wanted and loved. And that's very understandable after everything he's been through. So we'll see what happens in the next season. I think we're going to see Ryan kind of go with his dad for a while, but I do think that I'm hoping that Becca's training over all those years is going to kick in and have him decide that this isn't the way to go, because I do think he is a really good kid genuinely, and that he's not going to allow this to continue beyond a certain point. And he did say Butcher, like I said, so I think there's still a part of him that still wants to bring Butcher back into his life, but he needs some time to grieve first. Not much else to say. I think, I'm glad that Huey at the end finally worked through his stuff and realized he doesn't have to keep being, he doesn't have to keep being jealous of people with powers. He doesn't have to feel powerless in his relationship. I'm hoping this will stick. I mean, it's kind of a quick arc, but I'm hoping that at least he's in a path where he's not going to do something stupid like take V again. It was really good to see him put it down this time and actually let Starlight be the star. And as we heard, Butcher is dying, possibly. I don't know. I just had this sneaking suspicion that Butcher's going to end up taking V when it's all said and done, because I feel like V will fix him. But as it stands, we all know now that he's probably going to die, but he wants to go and keep doing what he likes to do, which is to go after these rotten soups in the meantime, which I think is a great way for him to stay focused until something happens. So great season overall. I think it was great as far as character development as always. I think they did a lot of good deep delving with Soulja Boy, with Homelander, but also with Billy. Everyone kind of had their arc and their time to shine, which I really appreciated. It was just as gory and scary and funny and introspective as I expect from the boys, like it is every season, and I enjoyed it thoroughly, even if it grossed me out a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this season along with me. If you did, I would appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up. I will definitely be watching the next season, so when that happens, hopefully I will see you there. And that's all that you watch from me. We will see you then, and if not, I will see you in the next video.